I think it's important for the world to know how that virus got out. And a guy who agrees with me is named Kevin Brock. He is a former assistant director of intelligence for the FBI. He served in the Bureau 24 years. Mr. Brock joins us now from Washington. So I read your column on this. You're very concerned about the origin of COVID. How do you see it now?
Well, I see it as both a deception and a distraction. Frankly, you mentioned earlier that the president's heading to New York to talk about climate change. Now think about that for a minute. We spend a lot of energy in this country worrying about potential catastrophic outcomes from climate change, most of it theoretical, frankly, depending on what part of the science community you listen to. Here we have 600,000 Americans dead in the last year and a half. That's half of our war total in our history. 600,000 people dead who would not otherwise have been dead except for the virus that came from China. So you would think we would have more than just a passing curiosity about how this virus started, where it came from. Was it genetically engineered? Was it an accident of nature? How was it released, et cetera? Instead, we got a 90-day sprint study ordered by the Biden administration to study the origins of COVID. The conclusions was a shoulder shrug. We don't know. You got an intelligence community that's well armed to get intelligence out of China, telling us and asking us to believe that they have a low confidence assessment and that they have really no idea as to how all of this started.
Okay. Now, you know the Chinese are never going to cooperate by allowing any public interviewing or forensics or anything like that at the Wuhan lab. You know that they're just simply not going to do it. So I'm playing devil's advocate here. If I'm the president and I don't want to destroy unilateral relations with China, if I don't want to tee them off because we do a lot of business with them and, you know, we don't want to get into a real conflict with them, do I push hard and humiliate China at the UN tomorrow? What do I do?
I think there's leverage for the president to apply international pressure. I've been frankly astounded at the fact that the United Nations unilaterally hasn't really spoken out on this. They show common interest every day in human health issues, from water to medicines, to all types of things, and yet it's like crickets when it comes to COVID.
Yeah, the World Health Organization's in bed with China, are they not?
Well, there's such an entanglement. China, you've got to hand it to them. They have created an intelligence apparatus that has leveraged relationships around the world. They've created a market that has become an existential market for some of our biggest tech companies in this country. You've got politicians in this country that have been put in positions to where we can legitimately question whether there's a conflict of interest behind their motivations, to include the relationships that the Biden family had set up prior to becoming president of the United States, his family, their business interests in China. All of these are legitimate questions for inquiring minds to ask, and should be followed up on and demand some type of accountability. We have an accountability deficit in this country. You're talking about General Milley and others. Where bad things happen and nobody is held responsible.
Absolutely, and that's been going on for a while now. Although the press did hold Trump responsible for everything that went wrong, and now doesn't hold Biden responsible for anything that goes wrong. Hey, I'm sure you've noticed that everything is getting more expensive, and with all this printing money and spending by the progressives, I'm concerned the dollar's end could be near. If the government continues this way, the dollar could freefall and lose its coveted role as the world's reserve currency. That's why there's never been a more important time to consider gold and silver to protect you and your family. And American Hartford Gold is the only company I'm happy to put my name behind. I have done business with them myself. It just takes a quick phone call and they'll have physical gold and silver delivered right to your door or put inside your IRA. Plus, tell them Bill O'Reilly sent you, and they'll give you up to $2,500 of free silver on your first order. So please don't wait. Call 866-501-5201, 866-501-5201, or text BILL to 65532. Again, 866-501-5201, or text BILL to 65532. Bill O'Reilly here. Thank you for watching this video, and make sure you subscribe to the First TV YouTube page. Just hit the big red subscribe button below, and you'll get clips and highlights of my program, The No Spin News, every single day. We'll see you soon.